रटत है जो नर आठों याम। राधा राधा नाम रटत है जो नर आठों याम। तिनकी बाधा दूर करत है राधा राधा नाम। राधा नाम से सफल जिंदगानी लागे, महारानी लागे। मन कारो कारो जमुना जीरो पानी लागे। मन कारो कारो जमुना जीरो पानी लागे। मीठे रस से भरोरी राधा रानी लागे, महारानी लागे। मन कारो कारो जमुना जीरो पानी लागे। मन कारो कारो जमुना जीरो पानी लागे। मन कारो कारो जमुना जीरो पानी लागे।
गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यम्। भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरुः स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुः स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु देव्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रः येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रेकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णो वन्दे जगद्गुरो कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरो। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, 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 हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, 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 हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, 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 हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नमः पार्वती पते, हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। We'll chant from 32nd verse. Shri Bhagavanuvāca evam bahuvidhā yajñāః vitata brahmano mukhe कर्मजान् विद्धितान् सर्वान् एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे। श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयाद्यज्ञात् ज्ञानयज्ञः परन्तप सर्वं कर्माखिलं पार्थ ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानम् ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः यज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहम् एवं यास्यसि पाण्डव येन भूतान्यशेषेण द्रक्ष्यस्यात्मन्यथो मयि द्रक्ष्यस्यात्मन्यथो मयि. So we saw that in this chapter, first the Gyan Sarupam was told, then Gyan Sadhanani was told, then Gyan Stuti was there, then Sakshat Sadhan was told, and then from 35th to 37th verse, Gyan Phalam is told. Because the whole chapter is on knowledge only, so everything revolves on that. The chapter is Gyan Karm Sannyas Yoga. So keep on going back and forth and understand. This is the way to study it thoroughly. So whole life you should not forget this chapter. So the 35th verse we were seeing. What is the problem? We feel situation is a problem. People are a problem. Somebody, he has created a lot of problem for my life. Or he is the one who has disturbed me, or he gave me joy. Your situation are made by your actions. First accept this fact. Good also, bad also. Your situation was just a manifested form of your own actions. I told many times, people are just your own thoughts, some of your thought in a grossified form. Maybe that thought is not with you now. Some enjoyer and doer which you had in the past, you are coming from a big journey, and in that long journey, we have done a lot of good actions, bad actions, mixed action. And therefore something which is good for somebody is worse for somebody. Something which is very good for you may be worse. Something very bad, other person may have very good. Some of us may not have good health, other have sound health. He is eating everything, still is fine. I've seen a lot of people like that. They eat everything, still they have sound. No problem at all. They are overweight also. But they have no problem. And some are constantly, kya hai? Isme kya hai? What is this? No, I don't take this. Moong dal, I don't take this. I only take leaf. I only take chia seed. Or chacha seed. Jo bhi hai. Oh, I take. All problems are in the body. I'm not saying you should not restrict, but I'm saying both cases are there. Sometimes doors are open and nobody enters into the house. You forgot to lock the door and gate. It happens sometimes. So So whole night gate was open, door was open. And it was open wide, not that it was open wide, and on the gate, main gate, and everybody could see. Nobody enters. And sometimes you lock 10 times and still they break the burglar guard, this, that. Karma, we have to recognize, is a very, very complex and difficult area. And to get out of, because karma means situation, karma means your body, karma means your samskar, karma means your vasanas. And this is a quagmire actually, very difficult to get out of this karma bandhan. I am doing something to enjoy, I enjoy to do. There is no end to it. You cannot say, this day I will stop all my actions. Pressure is too much from inside. Even if you want to stop inside, somebody will force you to do something. Prakritim tvam nyokshasi. Bhagavan says your nature will force you to act something. You don't know, it may force you to act wrongly also. So, what is the remedy? What is the remedy here? The remedy is go to the roots. And the root is the problem is that you have, what is the cause of all the actions? Cause of all the action is ignorance only. This will be very difficult to understand initially if you are an initial student of Vedanta. It takes many years to understand what is the problem. Sorting the problem is another aspect. I told you, one person came from Germany, some big machine was wrong. Remember that? So he said, he came from Germany. He said, how much? He said, $5,000. He went and he just took one thing and just did like this. And so the company said, $5,000 for a small work you did. Can you give the breakup of your job? He said, 4,000, only $10 for correcting it. But $4,990 to find out what is the mistake. It appears as a small job, but to get to the exact problem, I had to study for 10 years. To do right things, you have to do many things wrong to understand this was the right thing. To know what is detachment, you have to get attached and understand. Without getting attached, you won't know what is detachment. You get attachment, get kicks, suffer sufficiently. Intelligently, after being attached, be intelligent. Intelligent means find out what I gave and what I got. At what cost I was loving somebody. Was it love? What is the cost? What the cost I paid? Whether it is my relationship with money or a people or my own life. Was it a help, so-called? In the name of help, was it a help or helplessness? You helped somebody out of attachment. Help out of attachment will take you to helplessness. So you go through all the processes. Somebody went to Swami Abhedananda and he said, I want to take sannyas. He said, have you ever lied? He said, no. He said, go and lie first. And find out what is that. So to understand that karma is bondage itself takes many years and births. That is a difficult point. To understand that body is a bondage, because karma is forcing me to do something, or situation is a bondage because I can't jump out of a situation. Who made the situation? Why can't I commit suicide? By committing suicide, what will happen? Remaining years you will become bhoot pret. Supposing you are 80 years, your life, you are 40. So 40 years you will be in bhoot pret. And you will hovering around the same place where you have committed suicide. Don't commit suicide. Because you will be troubling others then. Because you are a talkative person and now you cannot talk, you have no instrument. Ghost means you have a subtle body but engrossed body without expression. Like somebody has no hand, he wants to move his hand. Somebody has no tongue and he wants to move the tongue. That is called Pret Sharir. It is a punishment. And your whole body is made out of Vayu. You have a wind body. Therefore they can knock. Therefore they can make the glass fall down. A strong wind is there. The glass will tumble. Or mirror will fall down. Or they can take some shape. Somebody was seeing mirror and somebody was from behind in the same mirror. I saw that. It is possible. Anyway, so when you realize this, that this is going to be an endless problem. Therefore, in Vivek Chudamani, the student goes to the teacher, first he asks, Koesh Bandha. Well, what is bondage? Katham Bandha? Katham Moksha? Bondage तो आपको पता लगे ना. Please teach me Vedanta. Why you need it? When not feeling bound, why should you understand Vedanta? When you say, doctor, please give me medicine, doctor will say, let me see what's the problem first. I have to diagnose the problem. Only then I can prescribe some right medicines. Vedanta is not for the one who is not suffering from, who is not saying that I think rebirth was my problem. Coming in good and bad situation, both are my problem. My vasanas are my problem. My ignorance is my problem. Where you locate the flaw, then you will study Vedanta. Otherwise it will be only mental exercise. It will be intellectual gymnastics. It will make it objective. Subjective science don't make objective. It's subjective science. It's not a science to be talked about or to be, it is not some kind of lecture in the university. It's an objective lecture. You don't have to tell that I know this. You don't get any papers. You don't get any degree. Dr. Swami, you don't get any degree in Vedanta. You don't get any certificate after Vedanta courses. Rather, you realize the holder of all certificate is false. You realize only this is to Vedanta, that there is no one who should have any knowledge. Only Baba used to, there is no Jnani, only Jnana is there. There is no one holder of knowledge, only knowledge is there. So unless we feel that I think my actions are troubling me and my vasanas are troubling me, my doership is my problem, my enjoyership is my problem. People are not a problem, world is not a problem. I fish problem because of my nature. I forget my nature and therefore I am into trouble. It takes many years to understand this aspect. So, yad jnatva na punarmoham evam yasyasi pandava. So, there were 4 verses, I told you 4 definitions of moksha was mentioned. Yesterday you heard. I didn't come yesterday, however. So 4 definitions of moksha, if you remember. One was moha nivritti moksha. Second was bhed nivritti moksha. third is pap nivritti moksha, and fourth is karma nivritti moksha. Just simple thing to 9. Keep the thought in an orderly pattern. Organize your mental library. Don't jump hop here and there. Disciplining in thinking is very important. Swamiji, what is the meaning of what is it called? Klebyam in Bhagavad Gita. Somebody asked a question. I see kleb. Do you eat gulab jamun? What is this? This habit of wrong and disaligned and unrelated thinking is very bad. I said, you asked this question, listen now. No, but why did you ask this question, by the way? No, by the way, I thought I'll call you in Bhiksha, I thought I'll give something like that. Therefore, I asked the question. When you are asking a question, stick on to that. And let me complete the topic. And then we'll have another topic. Start one topic, close, and then start another topic. Won't you? So yajñātva. So there is a linear progression in the thought in every chapter. And how is it that I have to keep on telling it? Because we have to train our mind. All sorrow is untrained mind reflected. Illogical conclusions are sorrows. Jumped here and there. Attachment is illogical conclusion. Indisciplined thinking comes as a worry. There is a progression in thinking. There is a linear thinking. Be a slow thinker. Think slowly. Complete the thought. And please note, your conclusion and Bhagwan's conclusion should be the same. Then only your thought was through. Okay. We'll have concluded that he's a horrible person. No, then this is wrong thinking. And I'm right. I'm right. Why? My name is Right Michael. No. So 4 definitions of moksha is given. Let us see. 2 in 34, first in 36. 2 also sometimes, but I'll say 4. Sometimes they say 5, but I'll say 4 also. We'll conclude it. First was that the moksha is the name of absence of moh. Moh nivrittihi moksha. Remember that yesterday? And I had pointed out, moh means the life of non-conflict and non-contradictions. You may have a difficult outer living, but life should be easy. Bhagwan Ram had a difficult living, but very easy life. See the difference. Ravan had an easy living, very difficult life. Life is internal. Living is outside. I'm earning my livelihood. You don't say I'm earning my life. Life is already there. When you say my life is difficult, that means your experiences are troublesome. My life is difficult. That means your experiences are troubling you. Moh is not changing the living. Moh is changing the life. Situation will be same, but experiences will be of freedom. Bhagwan Ram's beauty was, in any situation he never felt that my life is difficult. You read Ramayana. I have read many Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana, Anand Ramayana, Adhyatma Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana. By God's grace. But never I found that Bhagwan Ram has said that my life is very difficult. And we feel my life is difficult because our experiences are not okay. Our experiences are wrong experiences. Living may be easy, difficult, let the life be easy. Easy life means the flow of thought in my mind is not complex. There is an infinite space in my mind. More means you feel lot of resistance in your life. You want to do a work, he is not allowing me. I wanted to enjoy, he is not allowing me. I don't want to live with him, but I have to live with him. I don't want to live with this person, but he's not running away. He's not going away. I don't want to live with this person. You work in lot of contradictions, and you create mental contradictions. I want him, but he is not coming. I want to marry him, but he is saying, I won't marry you. I don't want to marry him, but he is saying, I want to marry you. He is after me all the time. I told him I don't want to marry you. He don't. But he says, I give my life. I'll jump from somewhere if you don't marry me. Now he wants to take away his life. And if he'll marry, he'll take away my life. Better he takes his life away. When you have ahankar, when you have rag dvesh, you create lot of mental blockages for yourself. Because supposing I am very attached to somebody, your antaryami will resist you, your society will resist you. You create a resistance, you create opposition for yourself. I hate you, or I have ahankar. You create lot of contradictions. So your mind will be living in, it will paint something false and try to picturize it and try to want it good in the outer world. That is called moha. I feel I am very important and big, but you don't make it like that. Now what situation is making me feel and what I am, this will be always troubling me. I thought I am big and you are not treating me well. You are just not giving me that place which I deserve. I came to your house, you didn't offer me tea. I thought you will give me lunch, you will offer lunch also. Forget about lunch. You launched me. Too, and I go to certain places in India. They say, Swamiji, we had lunch. I'll not tell the state. Did you have lunch? आप lunch नहीं लेते. So, my point is, with your wrong nations, you expect something which is not going to happen. And and when it doesn't happen, you bring out in your mind. And you have your image and the world, and both images are fighting with each other. And this is called moha. Knowledge is there, it says world is false, and ego is also false. So you are not a part of any world, and you are not a part of living. Living is false, only life is consciousness, and living is passing in life. You are not living the life. You are not living the life. When you say I am living the life, you made life an object. And when you say I am lifing the living, I have living in my life. I am not living the life. I have living going through my life. Then you are a jnani. Living is false, life is true. Differentiate life and living. Don't mix living and life. This mixture of living and life is called moha. And therefore we always say, how is it going on? Kya chal raha hai? Life is not a going on. All going on well? What's going on? What's going on? Going on. हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे? क्या हाल चाल है? A चाल itself means a movement. बोले हाँ क्या हाल चाल है? हाल अलग है, चाल अलग है. हाल चाल है. मतलब because movement is there in the hal. Yesterday your hal was different. Today your hal is different. Therefore चाल है. हाल चाल कैसी है भाई आपकी? ऐसे ना हाल क्या है आपकी? हाल चाल है. In Hindi everything is two. कुछ खाए पिए? कुछ हंसो बोलो. रो गाओ मत. उठते बैठते रहा करो। पूजा पाठ हुआ? पूजा पाठ हो गया कि नहीं? हो गया। ये बोले पूजा हो गई, पूजा पाठ हो गया। साधु संत आए थे, हर को दो बना दिया, हाल चाल में बना दिया। देयर इज नो मूवमेंट। You discover in my life there is no movement. All movement is in living. And living is not a life. Therefore I am not living the life. I am not living. Living is different from me. Living is false. Living is going from birth to death. Living is going from one time comes, another time comes. One experience comes, other experience comes. The experience of living is superimposed on the unchanging experience of life that I am. This is called nirmoham. Is it clear? ये ज्ञानी की बात तो नहीं, I'm talking about Vedantic thing. देखो ज्ञानी will not say. I went to one Mahatma, therefore I learned this from. He said, हमने कहा क्या हाल चाल है? बोले हमारा कोई हाल नहीं ना चाल है हमारा. We should not ask such question. Therefore I realized, sorry. बोले हम बेहाल हैं और बेचाल हैं. हमारा ना हाल है ना चाल है. हमारे में कुछ नहीं होता. Nothing is happening in me. Then I could not understand what is done. यद ज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहम. बोले बहुत difficult. What you are saying is very good to hear, but for me, I always feel I have to live. I have to act. I have to go. I have to talk. Whole day is lot of things are to be experienced. Do this, do that. By the time you do, too much of rush of doers are there inside. By the time I start eating, I feel, oh my God, I have to go there after eating. By the time I go there, I feel, oh my God, that person is calling me. By the time I call that other person come. Whole day there is some kind of rush of doers and enjoyers. Go, do this, do that. Phone is ringing. You did pick up the phone. He's put off now. Then by the time I call him, answer back. He's not picking my call. After that, my plumber has come. Plumber is now knocking the door. He says that door is closed. Now by that time, open the door, then problem. Close the door, then problem. I went to open, he ran away. You can't ask the plumber to come between 9:30 to 12. He comes at his own time. And he can't bring the thing from that turnstile gate. Then I search, where is the guard? Guard is not there. What to do now? What to do now? Then I remember that appointment with the doctor is there. Dentist appointment was there. Then I remember, 5 minutes to rush. But there is nobody to open the gate now. Then he came from behind, from somewhere he appeared, like Avatar. Then he opened the gate. क्या क्या करें, इतना काम है. Whole day, I mean, so much of tussles are there. And you say living is false. So easily you say that. Can't there is a midway? No, there is no midway. Don't find midway anywhere. या तो भक्त रहो या तो ज्ञानी रहो. If you are a devotee, just say I am living for God. Finish the matter. Let the center of our life be life, not living. Yajyatva na punarmoham. I am living for God, so I am working for God, so God is the main doer, I am doing it. This is the bhakti path. So I am not pushed up and down. I don't want experiences of the world. I am not affected by the experiences. The God experience is the most important experience. I'm not wanting experience. Actually, we don't want the person, we want the experience. Supposing I'm attached to somebody. I don't want the person, I want the experience of his loving me. I don't want the money, I want the experience of having the money. You don't use so much of money. You can't eat gold and silver. Roti will be simple wheat. You can't have a very rich person, I eat golden rotis. And diamond vegetable. Studded with kohnoor. You don't eat such things. You'll die. I want experience from somebody. I want experience you honor me. I want experience wife should serve me. I want experience husband should care for me. I want experience you should not think I'm wrong all the time. I'm not wrong all the time. Don't think I'm wrong only. I want experience I'm better than him. Wife wants experience that I am the most important person for you in the whole world. This experience every wife wants. Every husband wants this experience that I am the most important person from the whole world. Unless husband is very wise. This is the experience they want. Therefore they marry. He may be fool or she may be fool. But they want this experience. And therefore if the wife talks to the mother too much, then why are you talking too much? When I am there. Or if husband gives too much time to the mother, then why you are talking to your mother when I am there? It is a question of experience. You don't want an object, you want experience of an object. This is in Panchadashi. Somebody's child has gone to foreign country. He was not dead, but somebody said your child is dead. So he was lamenting. Remember that? Huh? You are hearing Panchadashi in the morning. And somebody's child was really dead. Still he was rejoicing that my child is not dead. It is a question of what you experience. You don't want to external food. You want the experience of joy from the food. And supposing you are in deep meditation, you are hungry, and by the time you started meditating. This happened with me many times. I was hungry, but I said food is delayed, not here. And room I said what to eat will have. And I sit quietly and went to meditation. Now the experience of meditation was so beautiful, so deep. The bell rang, you hear that bell is ringing now. Now somebody is knocking. Amiji, food is ready. There is no hunger now. But another experience has dominated now. I felt, why should I eat right now? I said, please hold on. I'll come after some time. Keep my food. So when you have the experience of the self as a main experience, or experience of the God, after that other experiences you don't want. Why you take photograph? Because you see yourself. Therefore you take selfies. Therefore that became popular. Therefore all the phones are busy on putting new magnifying this camera, that camera and that. Because you want to see yourself. Experience of myself. See, if you want to keep somebody busy, just give him some photograph of his. He will keep on seeing. The jnana is there, and when the world does not give that experience which you want, then you feel, this person disappointed, this person I'm sad about that. Because he will never give you that experience. You relax. Well, but he was giving earlier. Earlier he was giving, but this is the Maya. He has changed now. He has changed, totally changed. Somebody praises me, I'm getting very afraid. I said, he may not praise tomorrow. Therefore, I'm not taking it seriously. Why? Because he leaves me. He will leave me tomorrow. है ना? हाँ कह रहे समझ में नहीं आया लग रहा है. The more is you are experience addict of the world. You are a parasite. Don't say such parasite, not these words, A parasite. I'm not parasite. I'm a tree. You are experienced parasite. Why do you need? You have experience of the self, in which all experiences are included. Sarvam karma akhilam partha jnane parismapyate. When you are a devotee, you have experience of God. I'm acting, I don't want experiences from the world to define me, to fool me, to fulfill me, to complete me. Such statements, you fulfill my life. You give me completeness. I was a half circle and you gave me the completeness. You're a full circle. One person was very fat, very pot-bellied, and he went for a dance. He was searching for another concave dancer. He was convinced. ऐसे था, उसको मिले नहीं. How to hold the hand. Similarly, you cannot complete. Yad jnatva na punarmoham evam yasyasi pandava. Now second line is little difficult. Second line says, Yena bhutani. Why he is not having more? Yena bhutani asheshana drakshasi. Yen means yen jnanen. By that knowledge. Yen jnanen. What will happen? You will see what? Whole world. Where? In space. In you. What? Yen? Here Bhutani doesn't mean Panchbhut. All beings. So Bhashyakar, let me see what Bhashyakar says. Matsthani mani bhutani. What? Whole world is in me. Saturday class. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupashyati. Mole, I was not there, sorry. Yena bhutani. Because so many classes are there, how many rated? Question is, I attend this class, other work is also there. Other work is there. I have to go to collect groceries also. I have to go get my meetings also. House, office, in-laws, shopping, mission work, meetings. You are free, I am not free like you. Okay. Yena bhutani asheshena drakshasi. Drakshasi is future tense of pashya. You will see. Atmani, in yourself. You see the whole world in yourself. Oh my God. What? You will see the whole world in yourself. देखो दिव्यदान चल रहा है, जिस ज्ञान पूरे जगत को अपने में देखोगे आप. बाप रे बाप. And that day I explained it. This one line is very, very cryptic and very, very, it's complete. But I see, I'm in the world, I'm a part of the world, I'm moving. You are moving or your body is moving? Only me and body are the same. Achha. Your body are the same? Yeah. Then when you die, then what happens? Body is dead, you are dead. If you are equal to body, then with the death of the body, you would have got moksha. No problem at all. Because body is burned, so you got moksha. But you still continue. Oh, that means I'm different from the body. Yes. Then therefore say he passed away. He passed away. He didn't stay. He passed away. चले गए. चले गए ईश्वर जीव. शरीर तो यहीं रह गया. हमको छोड़ गए, वो चले गए. He left me. He passed away. I don't know for whom they say rest in peace. How come this statement came? For whom? When he couldn't rest whole life, after that he will be resting. क्या मतलब इसका? When tomb etc. is there, I think they write it there. That means they think he is in the tomb still. Maybe, I don't know what principle is there. And every year they go with the flower etc. in that tomb to show, अबे ये जीव है और चला गया. वहाँ रहेगा क्या? Only calcium will, if you dig, you will get calcium, only bones, etc. That also will melt away after some time. Anyway, rest in peace. How can he rest? He still is in movement. He's passed away, he'll take another body, he's not resting. कुछ भी बोलते रहते हैं कुछ लोग, हम समझते हैं क्या बोलते हैं. बोलो कुछ भी बोलो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. जिंदगी भर रेस्ट नहीं किया, मरने के बाद रेस्ट इन पीस, बेकार बात. So when I say something moves out, that means you are different. There is other jeev is there who goes away and takes another birth. Correct? So from Dehatma first become Jivatma. Therefore you feel when I will die, and or you also feel no when I will pass away, I will go to another birth. You never feel I will die, I will be not at all there. Maybe I will not in this body, I will go to another body. Therefore from I am the body, you have to come to the concept I am in the body, and then I am out of the body. And therefore Gita says Navadvare Pure Dehi. He used the word Dehi. Why? Because this Dehi is there. This is Pur. Pur means city. In the city of 9 gates, Dehi is there, not Dahi. Dehi. Navadvare Pure Dehi. Dehi. And second chapter also, Dehi nosmin yatha Dehi, Kaumaram Yovana Jara. Dehi word has come. Dehi means who is embodied, not body. Achha. So always think of a time when this body is there, I am not there. This body was just a casket. Yes, it is an envelope. But somebody else is there. Okay. Now coming to main point. What is the main point? What is the main point? Main point is this jeev. What is this jeev? Is it something moving like that? That I left the body. I left, and from this jeev, I went to Brahmalok, or I went to Swarglok, or I went to America. Like that I am going. Because I have to born in America, therefore I am taking more time in going. If I had to be born in Chaswas, I will take it immediately. So somebody will immediately conceive. And because flights are late, therefore I am taking time. तो जीव ऐसा है क्या कोई? ऐसे जीव निकल के चला जाता है, ऐसा है क्या? क्यों भाई? Because 5 elements are there. If something will move, it will move in space. It will be made out of 4 elements. Any movement in the space will be made out of earth, water, fire and air. And jeev is none of that. Therefore, how can jeev move in space? Jeev doesn't move in space. Oh my God. How can the jeev move now? Because if jeev was having something, and if you say that jeev is nothing but the consciousness conditioned by the mind, so mind is apanchikrit panchmam, subtle element is. Mind is not made of the gross element that will move. So in the jeev there is a consciousness element, there is an ignorance element, and there is a subtle body of course, and the sense organs are there. Prana are there. So when the person dies, so consciousness plus vasanas plus pran and all sense organ. This whole package is going with the jeev. Oh. Body is kept here and the jeev goes away. But this passing of the jeev is not from place to place. It is not from desh to desh. It is from bhav to bhavantar. It is from bhav to bhavantar. What is bhav to bhavantar by the means? It means it mentally takes one shape to another shape. It is the taking of a shape. It's a traveling in shape, not in space. Traveling in identification. Like Jad Bharat had the shape of a Jad Bharat human being. He had the shape of a deer after that. So he traveled in the deer body. So the moment he took the deer shape, so that deer shape is automatically, that shape automatically got identified with the deer body. Oh, but very important point. Jiva is made out of consciousness and subtle body or ignorance, etc. Achha. And what is that consciousness? Come to drishta drishya vivek. If this flower I am seeing, I must be different than the flower. Ghata drishta, ghatam na bhavati. Ghata drishta, ghata na bhavati. The seer of flower is not anything which is known, you are different from the known. Simple. Chale? Anything, if I'm knowing the body, I am not body. Therefore, you don't experience body all the time. You don't experience age also. Age is not an experience. You are told repeatedly date of birth. And supposing what's your age? You will say I'm 57. No, I'm exact age, 57, year, month, date, hour, second, that I don't know. Which day you are born? Tuesday. Now what time? 4:45. You calculate. No, you don't experience. You may experience that pain is there, body is aging. But exact age is not your experience. It's false thing. It's a notion. This earlier old women never told, they didn't बोले उनकी लल्लू की शादी में हम जो है 26 साल के ऐसे they used to say that. If you meet old women, बोले in the marriage of उनके शादी में हम 26 साल के हैं. अरे तो कौन लल्लू, कौन, कहाँ से, किसकी बात कर रही माँ जी? ध्यान देना, consciousness is seeing and the world is seen, seer and seen. ध्यान देना इस बात को. This is a very key point. Seer is not a part of a scene. If you see space and see time, you cannot be in space and in time. Why? Because if you are in space, then in the app you cannot see space. Space ends in you. In aham, akash is not there. If aham was of the nature of space, in the deep sleep you will always experience of space, in the dream. But you don't have experience of space in the dream and the deep sleep. Therefore, I is not in space. That means you mean to say I is spaceless. Yes. And timeless. Timeless. Therefore, you don't experience time all the time. Sometimes time passes very fast. Sometimes time doesn't pass. Sometimes you feel, oh, time has gone so fast. Sometimes time doesn't go. If you come in some lecture which is so boring, time doesn't pass. Time is a mental projection. That means I'm not moving in time. No. That means I'm not aging. No. Then who is aging? Body is aging. That means this I. Is it difficult? No problem. You have to go through it. You can't switch off also. Those who are online, they can switch off. This facility only you all have, those who are online. I did Hariom Swamiji, I wrote, I already gone. I registered, Swamiji is there. कौन देख रहा है हमको भाई? Here you cannot go. क्या करे भाई? No, space and time is on, not in I. And this is called life. How? Then what is the space and time then? Wait, hold on. The space and time is not in I. Then where is it? Because I is spaceless and timeless. Spacelessness and timelessness and objectlessness is called Anantata. Because these are the divisive factors. If where something is existing without space, without time, think of that. वो कहाँ होगा, कैसा होगा? You cannot say कहाँ, कैसा, कब for that which is not in time. You cannot say where was that. No. This habit of where what is very bad habit in Vedanta. When you see anybody, you say, who is he first? Where do you live? Where do you live? What do you do? No, I'm an engineer in that particular company. Achha. How old are you? 48 running. Okay. 48 running. Achha. So I'll be 49 next April. Next April. Okay. You had birth in this April only. Yes. Okay. Immediately you specify. Not specify. Specify. Not specify. Specify and timify and objectify. And this habit is there. Something is not in space. Something is not in time. There is timelessness and spacelessness in I. And when you meditate and I meditate, both see the same space. Your consciousness also sees and my consciousness also sees here. Now the question is, are we two consciousnesses at that time? When your consciousness also sees this space, my consciousness also sees this space, Shivji's consciousness also sees this space, then all is only one consciousness. And where is this space? Space is nowhere because I alone am. But I see space. Now space is only in the cell. Space and time are not apart. Because why? Because it is coming where? In me. What are you talking? Space is coming in me every day. Yes. Why? Because anything is there where it is experienced. This is the law. New things you are telling. You mean to say this flower is there? Yes. This flower is experienced where? Not in this space. This flower is experienced in your eyes, as in the retina, the image is there. That is experienced in your mind. Therefore, flower is in your mind. And mind is in the self. Only 1 minute. Go slowly, please. Flower is in my mind. Yes. The flower is not outside. I am seeing the gross flower. No. You are seeing a thought of flower. You are not seeing a flower. You never see any object. I am touching it. It's a thought of touch. It's not a real touch. I am touching the flower. Nobody experiences any object. You are only experiencing thought. Hello. छुट्टी करते इस बात की. No. I'm eating food, by the way. So I'm not experiencing good food. You are having thought of food. You don't, and nothing, you don't see object. But I'm holding this. It's a thought of holding. You never experience any object without thought. You experience the thought of object. Object per se is never experienced. But I need a time to think. Give me some time. हमें सोचने का समय दीजिए. It is becoming heavy. Too much is there in. दक्षिणामूर्ति में इतनी बड़ी बड़ी बात, वो अच्छा था, गुरु वाला बड़ा अच्छा था। तद विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया, जो कल बताया था। ये सब कैसे इतनी बड़ी बड़ी बात? अभी यू आर सेइंग दैट एक्सपीरियंस इज, यू डोंट एक्सपीरियंस द वर्ल्ड। नो, यस, इट्स ओनली थॉट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, एंड थॉट इज नेवर एक्सपीरियंस अदर देन ऑन द सेल्फ. Everything is various thoughts are there. You mean this whole world is a thought? Why? If it was something other than thought, you could have experienced without thought also. By supposing this flower is different than this flower. दोनों एक ही कलर का आ गया. This flower is different than this flower. So if I throw away this flower will be experienced. But if I throw away this flower will be experienced. If world was different than thought, then without thought I would experience the world. No. This sun, big sun, moon, stars, my family, my body, my loss, my failure, my success, job, conditions, death. You mean to say all are only thoughts? My pain, my sorrows, my tragedies of my life, my joys, the honeymoon that I went, where? In Drakensberg, money was not there. It was only a thought. Appearing movement of consciousness is thought. And thought by Maya appears as object. Who is a jnani? Who sees the object as a thought and thought as a superimposition, as the moving consciousness. And therefore he sees the whole world in him. Yen bhutani atmani drakshasi, you will see. Bhagavan knows he is not seeing, therefore he is saying you will see it. He is not saying you are pashyati. Aisa nahi bola. You could have, as you are seeing, because you know Arjuna is not seeing, you will not be convinced. He says you will see. That means you will know. Drakshasi word, you could have just used pashyati. Drakshasi is future of Drish dhatu is drish pash. Shvaha means tomorrow. Pashyamaha. Tomorrow I will see. Drakshyama. Drakshasi. Where? Atmani. आप कंपेयर करो. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanevanupashyati. One who sees the whole world in himself. Sarvbhuteshu chatmanam. Kai jagah, whole scriptures are only saying one thing. Gita, Ramayana, Bhagavad, Mahabharata. Not that everybody is in their own sur and tal. Sometimes music is going on, tabla person is playing something else. Harmonium is somewhere else. Singer is in another mood. As if they are all saying will meet someday. It's not like that. कभी मिलेंगे ऐसा नहीं था. They are all in one tone and one music. गावत वेद पुराण अष्टदश. गावत वेद पुराण अष्टदश. आदि मध्य अवसाना राम भगवान. वहां पे एक ही राम है. ओके. I hope it is not that difficult. Please accept it. Whether it is, you know it or not, is not an issue. But this is the fact. Fact will be fact. Whether it doesn't, it is not Purush Tantra, it is not Kartru Tantra, it is Purush Tantra. I like or not this flower. This flower is a flower. You have to call it a flower. You don't mix your liking, I don't understand. That is another issue. If cataract is there, you say I can't see it. But you can't see, doesn't mean object is not there. That is your eyes problem. That you can't see. मुकुर मलिन और नयन बिहीना, राम रूप देखहीं किमि दीना. You have eyes problem. Your mind is not pure enough to understand that. That is your personal problem. But the fact will be fact. Truth is truth. Truth is not dependent on your verification. Because my room was dark, I thought sun is not risen. Sometimes it happens. Sun is not dependent on your dark room because curtains all are around. Because you could not see the sun doesn't mean sun is not risen. Fact is not dependent on your confirmation and verification. Sir, yena bhutani. Now only one is there, and other than that, everything is superimposed on that. Because when Desh Kal is not there, something is complete. There is no possibility something can be added. इसने कि देश काल मिला दिया उसमें. Same truth, same self is appearing as time and space. Like the same dream is appearing as a dream person. Like you fell, ये गल गिर गया. ठीक हो गया. So in dream somebody is pushing you. The one who was pushing was also you, and one who was pushed was also you. Many times a bad dream comes, but it is you who are troubling yourself in the dream. And then Bhagavan uses one sixer here. He said, Mai. Atmani was sufficient, but he added Mai. Lo. चलते चलते ऐसी बात कर दिया. To tell that God's I and your I is not two. And Bhashika writes this categorically. Kshetrajna Ishwaratvam Sarvopnishad Prasiddham Drakshasi Ityartha. You must have underlined that. Kshetrajna, this consciousness which is behind this Drishta, and the God's consciousness are not two. Oh. Now coming back to the first line, understand more how he started. Life in living, life is coming and going. In life living and coming is coming and going. I am not a part. Therefore, this God is not a part of Deshkal. One who feels I am a part is called Jeev. He is entity. One who has entity will have entropy. He will be enclosed in the entropy because he is an entity. He is not an entity. He is one. Therefore he is. So are you living the life? No, life is there. I am life. Living is coming and going on me. I am not moving in life. Age is not. I am not aging. Body is aging. Aging is going and coming in me. Birth and death was coming in me. I am not dying. I am not birth. Birth was coming and going in me. I am not hungry. Body is hungry. Angry. Mind has anger today. This is Jnani's statement. Today mind has anger. I am not angry. Anger is seen in the mind. Acha. Today sadness is there in the mind. Acha. You hate anybody. There is other to hate. How can I modify to hate? Only consciousness. There is no one to hate. Whom to hate when I alone am there? This is Mahatma. And therefore, if he is not sitting and not working, they'll say, why is he not working? How can an ordinary person understand his state? He will say, okay, what to do? Who will work? For whom? Who will work for whom? He may say. He say, okay, tell me the work. I'll do whatever you want. He may sit on the Ganges. He may sit on the Himalayas. He may work. He may sweep the floor. He is feeling that this is one body sweeping the floor. I am not doing anything. I don't become small by sweeping. I don't become bigger by becoming a king. And to this Mahatma, Brahmaji also offers pranam. All devatas offer pranam. This is in Manisha Panchakam. Shakradeo nirvrta. But time is saying, please stop it. Om Har Namah Parvati Pade Har Har Mahadev. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki, Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namah.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, 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 He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, 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 He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, 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 He Nath